Daily Business Motivation, Episode 1. Let's do this every day for 2024. I want to talk to you today about standing out because every market is saturated. Fitness coaches, I talk from experience here, we seem to feel like our market is very saturated. By that I mean that, there's so many coaches. Is it being overdone? Like there's too many, like there's no room for us in the space, right? But what we forget is that, all right, we've met a bunch of coaches through different gyms we've been at, through just being athletic, maybe competitions or whatever that we've done, maybe coaches that we like their content and we follow all of these people. So our algorithm is trained to see them. You know what I mean? Like our Instagram, we're always gonna see more of these people. So I say that to say that our market is no more saturated than any other market. Than like phones market, headphone market. Off licenses. You see two per side of the street. Flipping barbershops, hairdressers, supermarkets. Every market is saturated. So this is how you overcome being in a saturated market, especially as a fitness coach, right? And an online coach. You need to level up in terms of your knowledge and your expertise, all right? And I'm just going to use personal example, right? My personal experience. I was an online coach. I wasn't too sure about my niche. Then I tapped into women. Now, if I went back, would I have done something different? Maybe not tapped into women. I don't know. Maybe. But I was doing women. I was doing women over 30, 40, right? Cool. Now, I understood I was at a disadvantage by not being a woman over 30 to 40. So I didn't have that relatability with my niche. However, I understood that I could just know more about my niche than anyone else did, right? Or most people and just dive into it. And I like to get better. That's the type of person I am, right? If I lack in something, I like to improve and sharpen my skills. So what I did is, and you can follow this too, is I did a mind map, right? A mind map is where you got, you probably did this at school. You got a subject in the middle, and you got all these different arms coming out of it, right? So I did it on a website called Miro.com, Miro.com. Really good website for doing mind maps, right? I did it there and I had the niche in the middle. So it's like women over 40s, moms, blah, 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 just the key things. And then I had these arms out of it. And even out of these arms, I had separate sections. So like different corners. So I had like a struggle section. So these were the struggles that this niche faced. I had a goals section. I had a other general characteristics section. I had like symptoms, like what they're going through right now kind of section, right? And in these sections, I just went hard. And you could see like I'd written depth. I think I'll be able to put a screenshot of this up, right? I went in depth about all of this niche, like everything that they're going through. So like let's say struggles, I was like, all right, they might be menopausal, perimenopausal, so they're going through different symptoms, or they're going through that, or they're going through that, or then also they got kids as well, so they got 3 kids. So maybe like time is of the essence. They do school run. I just went into depth, as much depth as possible, to the point like when it comes to characteristics, it's like they got kids, so they probably drive this Ford or this 4x4 vehicle, and they go to these shops and everything like that. And by learning and understanding my niche more, it just becomes so much easier to find them and then also to help them. Do you understand? And that's when I started, like, my content really leveled up. That's when I'm talking about things like emotional eating. I'm talking about things like Ozempic. Like I was able to, spot that like early on when it was coming out, menopause, PCOS. And you know what? Like that's what allowed me to stand out and convert at a good rate when I never even had 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 followers. If Instagram had the virality it did now and through this whole real phase, then I would have flipping probably had the followers too with it, right? But I definitely got clients and I definitely had people reacting to my content and being converted through my content, right? Because my shit was interesting, my shit was actually valuable. And what the problem is that I see now with a lot of coaches is your content is too generic. And I'm always beating on about this. Like instead of focusing on the fancy editing and all the flipping, the tips and the tricks and whatever, focus on the value and improving it. Most PT's content is very orientated around like protein. Should you get enough protein, macros, stuff like that, calorie counting, strength training, what exercises, walking, and then that's about it. And then maybe they try and do a bit of motivation content. There's hardly any PTs or coaches that are doing content outside of those subjects, right? And then a bit of testimonials. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Like you can find all the strategies in the world, all the tips and tricks in the world, But the truth of the matter is, you need to improve your value. If you improve your value and you start to understand your niche, it's going to help in every type of element of the business. And let me just show you, let me just prove my point. All right, cool. You might think, I need ads. Maybe ads is the answer, right? Okay, you do your flipping ads. Now, what do you do your ad about? You talk about protein, you talk about whatever. You understand? Like, if you're talking about something more unique in the ad, so let's say you do a follower ad and you're like, all right, ladies, if you're over 40 and you're trying to lose weight, here's where you're going wrong, and I'm going to teach you something that you never knew before. And then in that, you talk about, I don't know, meal timing, right? Meal frequency. You talk about the menstrual cycle and understanding that. And just by you bringing up these topics, the light's going to change the lighting, but we move. Just by you bringing up these topics that sound a bit different to what they're used to, they're going to think that maybe this is it, because I've been hearing all of this and I've been trying all of this and this hasn't been working. This person's coming with something new. Maybe they're the person, right? You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, for example, a lot of people shun the keto diet, right? And a lot of people got rich off the keto diet because they was pumping ads and they was talking about it. But the thing is, you can cuss them all you like, you can say the keto diet shit, but you have to have knowledge to promote the keto diet and to actually get people results from it, because it's not like an easy or simple diet. You've got to kind of understand how to do it, like what supplements to take, what sort of macro balance. So these people are people that they research a lot and they have knowledge, and that's how they're able to bring something new to the table. So anyway, in your ads it will help, in your organic content, in your messaging, through your conversations, because you can talk about stuff. You can have a lead magnet that's related to, I don't know, gut health. How many coaches talk about gut health like in depth? Like, most of them don't. Most of you, let's be honest, don't really understand the depth of gut health. You have no clue. So if you want to limit your learning to, like, macros, calories, strength training, and then mindset, like, as everyone pretends or whatever tries to do, then you're gonna limit your growth. Now, I'm not saying that you need to become a flipping, like, a scientist or a doctor, but a little bit of research, and specifically in your niche. You haven't got to be knowledgeable on everything, but specifically doing a bit of research on your niche is going to take you to a next level. All right.